What up, y'all? Puddin' here. I just kind of needed to talk a little bit and trying to figure out what in the world is going on with today's kids. I don't get it. They are very disrespectful to their parents and older people, their elders. They think that they're privileged and they should have everything handed to them, and they don't understand what real life is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm only 48, but I grew up in an era where if you didn't respect your parents, you got your ass whooped. If you did something wrong, you got in trouble. Not none of this timeout crap, or because nowadays kids, if they get their butt spanked or something, they'll turn their parents in to the cops, and then the parents are in trouble. I don't get this. Now, the two things that I've noticed, two big places we've went wrong, and I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me or not. This is my opinion. Number one, taking God out of school. That is where our first freaking big downfall was. And number two, not allowing parents to discipline their children when they needed it. Whether it be a spanking, an ass whooping, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all the same damn thing. If we could still do that to this day, and I even spanked my kids when they were bad. Did I beat them to death? No, I did not. But if they were bad, I spanked them. Nothing is wrong with spanking kids. What I don't understand is how these kids are getting so where they feel like they are privileged and they should have everything handed to them. I don't get it. Ran into a couple instances. I've actually ran into an incident yesterday where a kid had been just totally disrespectful to me. This kid is related to me, and I'm highly upset, but I'm more disappointed in him because he thinks the world should be handed to him on a platter. And I don't think that's the way it works. I busted my ass for everything I have, and I'm sure most of you out there have busted your ass for what you have, whether it be a house or an RV or a truck or whatever. Nothing has been handed to anybody. You get out of life what you put into it. I put a lot into this life. I put a lot of work. I put a lot of work ethics, a lot of value, a lot of time. And sometimes it goes unappreciated, and sometimes it even goes unnoticed. There's things about me that I refuse to let out in the open that I have done, that I have went above and beyond to try to make shit work. And it always comes back and it bites me in the butt. And I'm always the one that's being used as a doormat. And nobody wants to listen to the truth except for the people who really know me. And they know how I am and how I am about this certain individual. I love him to death, but I'll put it this way. I had made a comment that I got deleted off of his Facebook and everything else. He blocked me from calling him. And so I made a comment on a messenger, and I put on there, it's great that you deleted me and blocked me. It's very childish of you to do that, and you need to grow the fuck up and don't contact me until you do. Was it the right wording? Maybe not, but you get the point. I'm not going to be disrespected. I'm not going to be used as a stepping stone, and I'm not going to buy people stuff just because they think I may have the money to do so. You want my trust, you want my loyalty, you want my respect, you earn it. I think everybody is like that. I know there's got to be other people out there that's like that, like me, because when I meet people, at first, I trust them until they mistrust or misuse that trust, or until something happens where I'm like, oh, now I see what kind of person this is. And I give everybody the benefit of the doubt to begin with. But when you decide to use somebody and then turn around and treat them like crap, that don't fly with me. I don't get how our today's society or these new millennials can live with themselves. They are standing there like this, literally, and they're going, gimme, 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 gimme. Well, what are you going to do to earn it? They don't want to do anything to earn it. They want a handout. I'm sorry, that's not the world we live in. You want it, you get out and you bust your ass and you work for it. That's what I've had to do. That's what most of these people out in the world have had to do. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. It builds character. And one of these days, I hope this kid really understands this. Until then, I can't be around him because it affects me in an ill way. It puts me, it actually makes me go backwards from where I was after my first divorce. It puts me in a dark place and I can't be there. I can't be around people who are negative, and I can't be around people who want to pretty much treat me like crap. I can't do it. I mean, anybody, all you guys that are out there, would you rather be around somebody that's happy and you work together and everything's fine? Or would you rather be around somebody that all they're going to do is bitch and complain about life and expect you to hand them everything for free? I don't know about y'all, but I ain't going to be around nobody who wants handout. There's no way in hell. I just don't get the kids. I don't understand it. Millennials are just, they think they're privileged. There's another word I'm looking for too, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. But there's a lack of respect. You know, these people today, they're like, yeah, I give my kid a timeout. Screw you and your damn timeout. You know what? If your kid does something wrong, it's not going to hurt you to spank their butt. Now, in saying this, this is my own personal opinion, and I know a lot of you may not agree with it, but this is my opinion. It's not going to hurt you to spank their ass. I got my ass spanked a lot. I didn't turn out that bad. I look back on it now that I'm older, and I'm like, wow, you know, my parents were actually right. And I know there's a lot of people out there that is going to agree with me on that, because as you're growing up, you're thinking, God, my parents don't know nothing. I know everything. God, why do they got to be this way? And then when you hit that age where you start having kids and you're married and, you know, the family life kicks in, you know, there's that little clock up in there that kind of turns back time and was like, holy shit, my parents were right. I'm turning into my parents. This is the problem that we're having today, because the kids aren't doing that. The kids are feeling that they're privileged and they need to have stuff handed to them all the time, and it just doesn't work that way. This is not a bitch or a rant, it's a concern. It's just a big concern why kids are like the way they are. You know, we as parents, we try to bend over and make sure that our kids have what they need. But if they want something, then they need to earn it. That's the way I was raised, and that's the way I think all kids should be. If you want something, then you need to save your money and go get it. I don't get it. I really don't. And just to let you know, today was a bad day. I've been down yesterday and today with my back. I overdid it on Monday. I think today's Wednesday, I'm not sure. I did some things that I wasn't supposed to do, and I really screwed up my back. I could hardly get out of bed yesterday, and I'm actually getting up and walking around today. I'm still a little sore and still moving sore and gingerly, but at least I'm up and walking, and I'm trying to move. That's why I'm doing an inside video, because there's no way in hell I'm getting outside today. So I just wanted to let you know this. And people that are close to me, they know what I did to hurt my back, and that's fine. I've let everybody know that, you know, I've got to control myself, and I've got to know when to stop. And the other day, I didn't stop, and it's my own fault. I'm an idiot. That's okay though. I do things all the time that I'm not supposed to do, and then I pay for it, and not looking for sympathy at all. I don't want it. You guys can keep the sympathy and give it to someone else who really needs it. I'm just explaining why I'm doing an inside video and why I'm discussing this. This has been something that's been bugging me for about a couple years now. After all these, I want to call them, what are they? SJWs or snowflakes or whatever, where these kids don't think that they need to pay for college and they need to have everything handed to them for free. I'm sorry, if you're making the choice, how do I say it? If you're making the choice to go to college, that's your responsibility as a young adult to pay for that college. You shouldn't be getting college for free. That's just ridiculous. You're wanting to go to college and get in a certain field, then you need to go to college, get in that certain field, but you need to pay for your bills, which got you there and got you that job. I personally, I didn't go to college. I went to a 6-month course of computer basics in 1989. And back then, if any of you know, computers are nothing like they are today. But I took a 6-month computer course, passed it, and everything was fine. But I didn't want to go to college. And that was my choice. Now, the jobs I've had really good jobs. That's fine too. But don't come bitching when you're having to pay your loans off because that's a certain field that you wanted to get into and you wanted to go to college for that specific field. You're not going to get sympathy from me either. I mean, you wanted it, you wanted to go in that field, that's what you were going to study on, and that's what you're doing. And then you bitch because you have loans to pay off. Well, you need to start thinking about that crap before you go to college and think about, well, can I afford this? Or is it going to be, mommy and daddy will pay for everything? That's another thing that gets me, and it irritates the crap out of me. I know there are some kids out there that get scholarships, and that's good, because you know what? Those people bust their butt and get done what they need to get done, and they get a good grade point average so they can get a scholarship, or it's a sports scholarship, or whatever. But then you have the other ones that, oh, mommy and daddy's rich, and they'll pay for my college. It doesn't click with me of how kids can do this. Don't get me wrong. I mean, not all kids are like this, but most of the millennials nowadays, dude, they're horrible. They are just freaking horrible, and it gets me so much that I'm trying to figure out why it changed. But like I said in the beginning, 2 things have changed drastically. They took God out of school, and they wouldn't let us spank our children when they were bad. 2 things. Now, if there's anything else that I'm missing, I would love to hear it, because I love reading the comments and I love seeing what you guys have to say. And it is going on, it's 12:55 p.m. and don't ask me the date when I edit this here in just a few minutes. I'm going to put this up today. I know it sounds like a bitch fest. It's not. It's just a concern. I don't understand. And when I get old and gray and I'm sitting, hopefully I'm still doing this when I'm old, these kids now are the ones that are going to be running this country. You and I both need to be very concerned about how they're going to run the country when we're old. That is a huge concern. Nobody wants to think about that. I do. So yeah, I'm very concerned about where our country's going. Like I said, I've said this many times. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. Not a Democrat. Not a Republican. But I think I consider myself more on the conservative side than I do anything. But I don't care who you are, where you came from, or anything. We're all human beings, and we all get along. But when you start acting like everything should be privileged and you should get things for nothing, that's when I have a serious issue. It's not right. It's just not right at all. So anyway, I want to hear your thoughts on this. If you guys can, message me and in the comments and let me know. Like I said, I ran into a situation here yesterday that just brought this up. So let me know what you think. I want you guys to have a puddintastic day. Here in another day or so, I should be able to get out and get about and start getting some new film and getting some new videos of stuff. I've got everything uploaded that I needed to. I finally finished it this morning, so the last film went up this morning, or the last video went up. So now I don't have nothing right now, but it's going to take me a day or two to get better. I hope you guys understand, but it's the way life is. You know, shit happens. So anyway, I love each and every one of you. Be safe, be kind, love one another, and live life to the fullest, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. Take care. God bless.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born.